Yeah. So
1, 2, 3, 4 Russians.
what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Outlier podcast. As always, I'm your host Saul here with my co-host, Mr. Rogelio Quintero. You're wearing that shirt again? I just noticed that, bro. Is that your favorite shirt?
No, I usually use this. I have like a rotation of shirts that I use for my own channel. I just kind of like have them laid out here. And shit.
Yeah, I feel you. You know, I was gonna buy you a shirt, a Conor McGregor shirt, but I it didn't make sense because I was at a store. Because I know it was because you know me, I don't like Conor McGregor, right? I
Yeah.
don't like him at all, but I was like, damn, this is a dope ass shirt. And I was like,
Damn.
my buddy would enjoy it, but then it didn't make sense because then I would have to ship it to you if I wanted to. Like the best way would be just order it online and have them ship it to you. You know what I mean? So I just
Also, it's on its way. Then is what you're saying.
I didn't get you shit. Nah.
It's a thought that counts, bro.
You know, me and you are, I would say, best friends, right? But we don't gift each other anything. Like we have in the past, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not something that's Christmas is coming up, dude. You know?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what Roger got me. Like that's not.
Yeah.
That's never been a thing. It's just kind of like if you do, cool, you know.
Well, very interesting that you say that because I heard a conversation today about the dynamic of female friends and male friends, like amongst each other. So, like, how different is it the standard and the requirements for two girls to have a friendship and men to have a friendship? There's not much obligation within a male friendship. Like you and I do not expect much from each other except for company. I mean, that's really it. Like, I don't expect you to like remember my birthday or remember my you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
let's say you couldn't make it to my wedding, which for the people listening, he was able to make it to my wedding. Let's say he didn't though. I'm not gonna be on some petty stuff like, nah, bro, like that's messed up. We're homies. Like I wanted you to be there. You be my best man or whatever. No, it's like you can't make it. You can't make it.
Yeah.
I feel like a girl would take that not so sweet. Like she would get upset, not talk to the girl, whatever it is.
Yeah, 100%. But not all guys are like that, bro. Like that's a reason why I have a bunch of acquaintances and not really friends. Is because a lot of them are like super. I feel like it's just nowadays, right? Like guys are more feminine or sensitive, even, you know, which is, I guess it's not a bad thing, right? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Maybe it is. Yeah, it probably is, right?
Yeah.
But as far as for like what I look for, you know, in terms of friendship, I'm not about that shit. Like I know I had a coworker that he would pour his heart out to me, bro, about how much of a victim he was, and just everything just was like everything was
me.
Yeah, like, can you believe this happened to me? And this is a dude, right? A dude that's older than me. And it just fucking, I could only imagine like how his girlfriend's pussy dried up when he would do that, because he would not only just complain to me, like he'd be like, I was telling my girl about it and she didn't really care, so I was like, whatever, you know. And so it's like, I'm sure his exes were tired of that shit, bro. And
Yeah.
it happens, bro. And you gotta know how to control your emotions as a man, I think.
For sure. And the girls will tell you, no, I want to hear everything. I want to hear about it. But no,
yeah, don't
that
do
is
it.
a lie.
Don't do it.
Do it.
The second you shed a tear, they lose respect. Unless it's like a legit, like, oh, my dad died or something. You know what I mean? But if it's like, my fucking tire popped, you know, and you start crying, nah, fuck no. Hell nah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can agree with you, but I think generally speaking, like if we had to like average it out, women are a lot more needy when it comes to their friendships than men. I've noticed, because I feel like we're able to have a lot of acquaintances as opposed to women.
Yeah.
I feel like women always want to like, oh no, this is our cult. She's enemy type thing. I don't know if this is for you, but I know like at the gym that I used to go to, I would obviously see familiar faces because I would go around the same time, and it was like guys that I would go dab up, say what's up, whatever, go do my workout, and it's like if I saw that person out on the street, I would be like, "Hey, bro, what's up?" Whatever, say hi,
Yeah.
and then dip. You know what I mean? Like very simple. I feel like women would probably struggle going up to that person saying hi or something along those lines if they're
Yeah.
not in their friend group.
Yeah. Well, that I think that has to do a lot with girls just don't like approaching people first too. That's a big factor in that too. They're
Mm.
kind of like, oh, if you come say hi, I guess, but they're not gonna go do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big factor in it. How did we even get on this topic? What were we talking about?
What were you talking about? You were talking about how we don't expect gifts from
Oh
each
yeah,
other and
gifts,
stuff along
gifts.
those
Yeah,
lines.
yeah, yeah. So, what are you getting me for Christmas then?
After you never turned that sign on behind you? Nothing, bro.
Honestly, bro, I've been thinking about just redoing this whole thing and like getting a different camera angle, maybe from like the front, like pointing down slightly, or just in the front. I don't know, but I would have to like redo the whole thing. And I'm thinking I'm gonna tear down these ugly ass posters. At the time it was cool, right? Wasn't it when we first
Yeah,
started?
it
You were
was
like,
cool. Yeah,
you were impressed. Tell them how impressed you were.
I was just dumbfounded.
Yeah, but I think I'm probably gonna get rid of this, and
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm thinking of like probably doing some art because my cousin's a really dope artist. So I might,
Lee does art.
yeah, but she's weird, man. Like
She's-
I don't feel like you think she, like if I ask her to send me it, she'll send me it?
yeah, I bought some art from her. Check it out.
Oh, you have some? Hmm. Hey, when you stood up right now, I can see. Hey, stand up real quick. Oh, that's dope. That's you.
Yes.
Hey, why you look so zesty, boy?
Hey, you can see my underwears when I stood up. That's fine. I don't care. As long as you don't get banned on YouTube, I'm cool with it.
Nah, you won't. It's underwear. You look zesty as fuck, boy. I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want one of those.
Nah, but I gave her a premise of like things that are important to me, and she kind of like did everything. So I talked about how important time has always been in my life. How about how I've always been in the rush to go forward in time or backwards in time, over romanticizing the
Oh my
past or the
god.
future. Bro, shut up! Like, and then like I talk about how I love stoicism and wisdom and stuff like that. That's what the
Ow.
the owl and the crow is for, apparently.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought it was pretty dope. It was hanging, but it broke the
She's
frame.
good at drawing, bro. I just don't. The only complaint I have about that is cool. Is the lips, bro. I just don't like how puckered up you are. I don't know. I don't know who you're kissing or what, but you look zesty as fuck, boy.
Hey,
It's
bro, everybody tells me I have nice lips.
yeah. No, it's a very good drawing though. She's very good at it. And
Yeah.
you know they say that people that are super good at drawing and like are artistic type of stuff are usually like there's a correlation between being artistic and being like something mentally unstable and shit like that. Yeah, did
Really?
you know that? Like not even in the bad way. Like maybe they just have something like um mentally different than others, right? But it's always like an abnormal brain that people have that are really good at drawing. Like maybe they have a little bit of trauma or something like that. It just brings out the artistic side in them. I don't know why.
Is that like
I read that somewhere. I don't know where.
it's not like people that have a mental impediment. I don't think it's Down syndrome. It might be something else where they're like really good at one thing.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like that type of thing where like maybe mentally they're like slightly unstable in some aspect, but they hone in on the art?
Yeah, I think it has something to do with that. Yeah.
That's interesting, bro. You know what I do notice? That you see a lot of like shit stick personalities go into being in like an art or a tattoo artist or like a barber or things along those lines.
Yeah. You want to show you? Why'd you mention barber? You want to show off your fresh cut? No.
See that cut right there?
Yeah. Show him the drop fade I told you to get. All the barbers are about to roast your ass. What what do you get on the damn? What happened there? Oh
You,
shit!
you
Hold
ask
on,
us every
no, hold on. Let
time.
me see. What is? Hold on. What? Let me see that shit, bro. Nah, let me see, bro.
Bro, you ask this every time after every podcast. Don't
Bro,
ask.
what?
That's the cat, bro.
That's just, you losing blood flow, bro.
Hey, bro, what's up with you roasting me today? Fuck.
I've seen that before. Are you sure?
Bro, stop, bro.
If,
You ask this after every podcast.
no, the reason I say that is because I know you just got a haircut and those lines look like nicks from a blade.
Um,
So that's what
no,
I thought
no,
it was, but you said it's from the hat.
the cap, yeah.
Damn, damn,
Damn.
that shit tight, huh? Anyways, all right. We went off on a little tangent. Let's go with the hot seat question of the week. It comes from yours truly, Mr. Timmy Turner.
Yes, sir. So check it out. Another relationship one, but not really directly to the relationship. You're talking to a girl, things are going good. Next phase is you got to meet their parents. Okay? Now, I have two scenarios for you. We're going to go with the first one. You pull up to the crib, y'all are having a nice dinner. Okay? Her brother's there, dad's there, mom's there. Y'all two are there. You got to take a crazy shit, bro. Y'all just sat down for the table. You gotta take a crazy shit, bro. You feel it. Your stomach's grumbling.
Okay.
What's your next move? You know it's gonna be one of those, popping ones. And the restroom is literally like
close to it. Dude.
right down the
That's my worst
hallway.
fear, bro. That's why whenever I go out somewhere that I know like it wouldn't be smart for me to take a shit or whatever, I always like take like 3 before I leave the house, bro, just to make sure, man. And then they hit you with the. I'm gonna just add this. I know you didn't say this, but they're like the type that like prays over their food, so they're gonna wait till you get back to get started. You know,
Yeah.
so they're like, there's like nothing but silence. They're just waiting, like
Everybody phones away.
once you get
Phones-
back, we're gonna do a prayer and we're gonna go ahead and eat.
Phones in the bucket.
Phones in the bucket.
Yeah.
And they're just
What are you
waiting.
doing?
Fuck, man. I think I'm just holding it. Honestly, I think I'm just. It depends, bro. I think I'm holding it. So this is probably what I would do if they're doing that. Like, oh, we're gonna wait for you. I'd be like, okay, now you know what? Let's just start. We start eating, and then probably like a couple bites in, I'm like, could y'all excuse me? I'll be right back. Can y'all excuse me?
No, but here's the thing: you can't do that because you're like, oh. That's the reason why they knew you had to go in the restroom in the first place. Like, oh, hey, can y'all excuse me before we start? And they hit you with like, oh, that's fine. We'll wait for prayer after.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit them with the nah. Let's go ahead and do the prayer now. Like,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nah, bro. I think I might just have to go to the restroom, bro. And then you're talking, it's like one of those like pop ones where it sounds like you ate the avocado seed. Boom, with some bass on that shit. Ah, man, that's a horrible fear of mine, bro. A horrible fear of mine.
And you're trying to time the flush so that
What's like the most awkward experience you've ever had while meeting parents?
Meeting parents.
Have you ever had any? Like
not
like,
awkward. I've had an awkward situation when I was living with my first girlfriend, where I only lived with her for like 4 months. But anyways, I was in the living room with her mom while my chick was cooking, and we were watching this movie, and out of nowhere, a sex scene comes on,
that's awkward.
full blown, like titties out. The cock wasn't showing, but titties out. They're just just banging it, bro. I was just there like,
You're all hard and
Yeah, bro. I was just trying to rub one out.
nah, that's fucking awkward. Especially with like, it's awkward enough with people that you know, like your own family, but like with your girlfriend's mom, and you're all just watching a movie, and then she looks over at you, you know.
Yeah, and I was like 18.
Fuck,
Oh
that's
my
awkward as
god.
fuck. I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever had any awkward experiences like that. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think everything's been pretty normal for the most part.
All right. So look, let me give y'all some tips for those y'all that are in that situation that I just gave Saul. Number one, I think you would have if hopefully they have hand soap in the restroom, they should. One, you have to take care of the smell. So I think that one, you should probably get some hand soap and really scrub it well with like your hands or something like that and throw it into the toilet.
What
Okay?
the fuck?
Listen. Then throw a little bit of extra toilet paper
How
inside the
how do
toilet.
you know this?
You have to take care of the smell, bro.
You've done this before?
No, I've never done this before because I never had to, but it's only smart to.
Wait, but how do you know this though? Like, you didn't just think of this right now. This is knowledge that you've had. So where'd you get this knowledge from?
I don't know. Like I can't.
Ah, shut the fuck. You don't know where you got this from?
I can't tell you like, oh, this is
Saw it
when
in a
I
movie or some shit.
maybe it could be. I don't know.
It's just
Like I don't
something
know.
you
Yeah, it's something
remember.
that I know. Yeah, that I remembered. Um, and then put extra toilet paper on the bot, like in the toilet.
Nah, don't do that, bro.
That way it catches it.
You're gonna clog
Nah,
that shit,
nah, bro.
You're gonna
Don't put
clog that
that.
shit.
Don't put that much. Just enough to where it catches the splash.
Nah, you're setting these motherfuckers up. Bro, that's my
Hey,
no,
bro.
that's an even worse fear of mine is to clog it, bro. That's oh my god. Fuck no.
Hey, bro, your shits are that big? You clog
Dude,
toilets still?
no, so the last time I clogged the toilet, I was fat. Um
Exactly. You-
yeah, cuz of all the shit I was eating, just like these
Yeah.
big ass fucking turds, you know, that had no business coming out of me. But ever since I cleaned up my diet, it's been normal, right? Just normal
That's
shits.
what I'm saying, bro.
Right, but there's people out there that aren't like us. They still have those fucking those butthole fucking gaping
Ripping.
shits, yeah. So
When you're done, the ball's just trying to breathe.
don't do the toilet paper thing. This is what I'm gonna say to do, right? You could do the whole soap thing or whatever you said if you want, but I
You gonna catch it with your hand or
no,
what?
this is what I do. So like the second I let go of a shit, right? A turd, boom,
Flush.
flush it, and
Yeah.
that's it. And the
Oh,
smell's
you do that
done.
too. On top of putting a little bit of lace toilet paper at the bottom, you
Courtesy
flush it as
flush.
it goes. Courtesy flush,
Yeah.
yes.
That
And if you
that
do the
works
courtesy,
just fine.
if you do the courtesy flush, perfect timing, you don't have to worry about clogging the toilet because the poop's gonna like drop as it's flushing and torpedo it.
Bro, what the fuck are we talking about? Holy shit. Oh, but so in that situation, that's what you're doing? You're
Yeah, bro. The thing is, bro, I'm not holding it, dude. Like, when I have to go, bro, I'm gonna go. Like, I don't have much shame, and I feel like that's gonna set up that's gonna set up a great story for the future. Like, let's say that
remember
I
when
get
Roger
cool.
took a big ass shit?
Let's say I'm cool with the in-laws in the future. I'm over to watch like a football game or something. Hey guys, I'm not gonna lie though. Y'all remember the first time I met y'all? I had to take a shit in y'all's restroom. Everybody starts laughing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we smelled it from the kitchen table, head ass.
Yeah,
Boy.
bro, that's imagine clogging it though. Fuck. And then there's no plunger in there, so you got
Gotta fish it out, bro. You gotta fish it out. You gotta
nah.
break it and flush it, bro.
Nah, bro. If I clog it, I'm hitting up my chick and being like, "Hey, bring me a plunger." No mamas
She walks across the kitchen table with the plunge.
with a plunger. Fuck no. That's horrible, bro. That I bet you that's happened to people though. Like that exact scenario. There's no way
Yeah.
someone's not gone over for dinner and be like, "Fuck, I gotta take a shit so bad."
Oh, for sure.
That's crazy. I was gonna say
Oh
something.
my god.
I forgot. What were we talking about?
Well, we had that. Would you rather? I mean, would you rather? That hot seat
Yeah,
question.
that hot seat question. Okay, so as far as like in-laws or shit like that, like that's the what's the most embarrassing thing? Nothing, right? You said.
That's pretty embarrassing with the story I already told.
Yeah, but like you've
Well, that's
never
awkward.
that's never you've never had a situation like that?
Oh, no,
No. I'm
not that
trying
I
to think of
know.
one. Nah, I've never had one either. Do you know any people that like refuse to take shits in public restrooms?
Yeah,
I
bro,
know a bunch like that,
100%.
bro. And I used to be like that when I was a kid. And then around, I want to say when I turned like 18, bro, I just grew out of it because it just didn't make sense to hold it till you got home. Like at some point, bro, you're just torturing yourself, you know? When you're
Yeah,
like a bottle fucking explode and you're just like, nah, 15 minutes till I get home, I got it. Like, why are you playing that game? If you have access to a restroom, you know? So,
facts, bro. The other day I had to hold it for like 2 hours, bro. One of my stores, dude. I don't know if I told you this story. I probably didn't. I think it was Enrique. I went into the restroom, right? One stall out of service. The last stall was locked. You can like see the guy's feet, and the door was locked. The middle stall was wide open. So I'm like, bet, that's where I'm going. So I start walking to it, bro. I open the like halfway open door, and there's an old ass man, bro, taking a shit, dude. He
no.
didn't close it. He didn't lock
Oh
it.
my
Nothing. He's just there
God.
with his cock out. So
Ah.
obviously,
So you sucked it.
got to, bro. But I didn't say anything. I didn't say sorry. I didn't say anything. I just walked out, and I was like, man, bro, I'm gonna go in the next door. I get to my next door, out of service, and it was one of those stores that only have one restroom. Out of service. I'm
Oh
like,
my
damn, bro.
God, bro.
I was like, all right, bro. Like, I'm gonna wait till I get back to the warehouse where I work. I go, bro. Out of service. I kid you not. No, no, not out of service. Somebody clogged it, bro. Massacred it. I'm talking about it was horrible. Like shit everywhere. Damn, I gotta wait till I get home, bro. Phew,
You waited two
it was
hours?
rough. 2 hours,
Bro,
bro.
honestly, that's one of the like the worst things about me being single is going out on dates. And you know me, bro. If I go out on a date, it's always on a Saturday, which is my cheat days. So I fuck my stomach up. I'm eating ice cream. I'm eating chips. I'm eating cake. I'm eating fucking burgers, pizza, just
Yep.
whatever I could get my hands on, like literally. And if you know me, bro, you know I can eat. So I'm packing it down. I'm constantly taking shits. My stomach is all riled up everywhere I go. And then on top of that, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna meet this chick at 6 whatever or 7 o'clock, hang out. And then that's usually when it hits. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta explode. You know how many times I've had to go into gas stations or, like shit like that? It's horrible, bro. And I do that to myself. It's my own fault, but
And that's fucked up too for the girl because it's like you're making them wait in the car all awkward.
nah, I just go, I'm gonna go get some gum and some chips. You want anything? Nah. All right, I'll be back.
But still, you really think they don't see your big ass headed to the restroom?
Nah. Bro, it's fucking 2023. You know how many people fucking, as soon as you leave the car, go on their phone? You know how many do that? They ain't
Yeah, I
paying
guess.
attention.
I
Anyways, guys,
guess.
let us know what you guys would do, or what's your worst shit story? Because I had so many experiences like that as a kid, with the worst ones. All right, so next we're gonna do UFC predictions for this Saturday, UFC 294, I believe.
Yeah, I'll save the other would you rather for next
Oh,
pod.
you had another one.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and put it in your notes. All right,
Yep.
so is it 294? Yeah, 294. So we got Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski for the main event. I want Alexander to win, but I'm gonna go with Islam just because Alex took it on short notice, and he is a smaller fighter, and he did lose last time. So it only makes sense that Islam wins, probably even in a more dominant fashion. But I'm hoping Alexander pulls it out of the fire somehow.
I'm choosing Alexander. Listen, I understand the odds are against him, but I feel like that puts all the pressure on Islam because if Islam loses, he knows that not only did he get beat, but he got beat on a short-term notice. He got beat by a guy that is smaller than him, that wasn't fit to fight, that didn't have a full camp, I feel like that puts more pressure on him. He knows the legacy that he stands for, which is Khabib. I feel like all the pressure right now is on Islam, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah,
And
so you think you said Volk
yeah,
Alexander? Wow.
I'm going. I'm going for him. And I really hope, man, dude. If he wins, dude, damn. We're talking pound for pound. He's gonna be pound for
Now,
pound.
you think he's gonna win, like for real, or you want him to win?
No, I think he's gonna win. With that being said,
Like you'd be comfortable like putting money on that?
probably not. Just because I think that at the end of the day, it's still gonna be a close fight.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's not one of those I would say like, oh, he's gonna dominate.
I think it's gonna be a much better performance by Islam this time, bro. He's on that short notice, man. I don't know. I don't
We'll
like the
see.
odds.
I like the way Volk responds to adversity. So
Okay. So next one, Kamaru Usman versus Hamzat Chimaev.
360 favorite to Hamza, and I gotta go with my boy Hamza, bro. And it pains me for the simple fact that if Usman loses, this will be the end of an era. Like you will literally see
His fall off.
Kamaru his fall off. Like we're already questioning if he's still up there with the higher echelon fighters. Number 4 comes up and beats you after only having what 5 fights in the UFC, not having those big spotlights on him like Usman is used to having.
Yeah.
We have to. I think that we're looking at the end of an era, and I think that Hamza is going to win, bro. If I'm being honest,
I
he's scary. He's a scary dude, bro.
I Kamaru's been way too good, way too many times for way too many years for me to count him out. So I'm gonna go with Kamaru Usman.
Fair enough.
They're also fighting at 185. I don't know if you knew that. They're not even fighting
Yeah.
in welterweight, which is both of their previous classes. And
Pussy move by Hamza.
the winner of that fight gets a title shot at 185 with Sean Strickland. Interesting, huh?
Interesting.
I'm going with Kamaru though, just because of how
I think
fucking
Hamza.
good he was. I just can't. I can't go against.
I think Hamzat's on his way to becoming champ.
Could be
Champ of the
after
middleweight.
after taking the loss to Kamaru, maybe. What about the
No.
next one? Magomed Ankalaev and Johnny Walker.
I like Johnny Walker, bro.
I like him
But
too. Yeah, but
Magomed is yeah, bro. Magomed he's a dog too, man. But I think Johnny Walker, I don't know. He's just like he's one of those like unique fighters that has the length, he has the reach. He's dangerous, but I want him to win. I don't know. Magomed is like pretty. He's pretty like I don't want to use the word crafty, but he can like suffocate you. So like I don't know if that reach is gonna do Johnny any good.
I got Magomed winning
Yeah.
by I'm gonna say by knockout, bro. I see him knocking them out. Johnny Walker's he's good, but he's just too much like brute force. Like his technique he doesn't have horrible technique, but I feel like he relies on his brute force too much, like on knocking people out or just like being bigger than people, you know? So I think Ankalaev's just gonna fucking go out there and masterclass his ass.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I got. And honestly, the rest of the fights I don't really give a fuck about.
Yeah, the next one under that I don't really care about. But this said guy, the said
Nurmagomedov?
isn't he blind from one eye?
No, that's if you go. So hold on, real quick. Ikram, Islekrov, whatever. I don't know how to say it. That guy's a fucking beast. He's the only guy that's beat. Or sorry, he didn't beat Chimaev. Chimaev beat him. But it was a super close fight, like super close. So what people are thinking is after he wins, he's gonna fight Chimaev because they got to run it back, you know, because they're both so much better now. He's the only one that ever gave Chimaev a run for his money, other than Gilbert Burns, obviously. No, so the guy that's blind in one eye, I don't even know if he's blind. But,
Sharapudin.
yeah, I don't even know if he's blind in one eye, but he definitely has some weird shit going on with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I don't even think they would let him fight, right?
probably not. But he has like one like hazel eye, or not hazel, like grayish
Gray
eye, and then the other one's just normal.
Yeah, because if you think about it, I
And
mean,
then,
Bixby.
and then one of them's looking the other way. But he just looks, bro. He looks like a fucking evil villain, bro. Like a mafia fucking guy that doesn't collect money, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, bro.
This
Honestly.
guy's undefeated, by the way, 11-0. He's gonna fight. It's his UFC debut. He also fights in 185. So I don't know, man. These Russian guys are fucking good and exciting, man. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't fucking wait. Um,
Yep. What else we got?
last thing I want to talk about is injuries. So yesterday I hurt myself pretty bad, and it got me thinking of like what's the worst. Because I was telling you, that if this is the worst thing that happens to me, then I'm lucky, right? Because initially I was pretty pissed off. I couldn't walk, whatever. So real quick, what happened was I was at the gym. I was doing a seated calf raise, and I had thought it was one of those where like the lever you rack it in. I thought I racked it in, but it wasn't all the way in. So obviously I relaxed my calves, and then fucking relaxed them. And as
Just
soon
tumble
as
down.
as soon as I relaxed, boom, all the way just dropped onto my uh, ankles, right? And so if immediately I felt pain, but I was fine. Later at night, it swelled up super bad, and I couldn't walk. But now I feel pretty good. Anyways,
Would
that's
you say that's your worst injury though? I think your back was pretty
no,
rough.
yeah. I think the worst injury I ever had was my back, which I didn't get anything done to it. I just let it heal, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did that deadlifting when I was younger, and I really had no idea about technique and all that. And I was actually mad. I remember exactly what happened. So what happened was it was at the first gym I ever went to, right? And
Wasn't that like a month ago
what?
when you hurt your back deadlifting? Like 2 months ago or something like that?
Are you?
Because you were talking about how inexperienced you were and like how you didn't know how to lift. I was like, wasn't that like two months ago? Like
No,
obviously,
yeah, I get it. I get
yeah. He's mad, guys. I'm in his head. Look at him.
it. uh, anyways, you know. Yeah. So it was at the first gym I had ever signed up for, and I was trying to learn how to squat and deadlift, and I thought I had it down, right. And this gym only had one squat rack, and I remember just being so pressed for time. I was pissed, bro, because there's a fucking fat power lifter just taking. You know how they do like 300 sets, bro, and they rest like 60 minutes in between sets. That guy was
Yeah.
on there for like an hour, bro, and all I wanted to do was squat. I was so pissed that I was like, you know what, fuck it, I can't squat today. I'm a deadlift, and I was mad, right? I was fucking angry, and so I just tried to rip that shit off the ground, and I fucking blew my back out like an idiot, bro. Blew it out bad. I
Oh
couldn't walk for
man.
a while. That was probably the worst injury I ever had. But I've had like little things like my meniscus torn and stuff like that. That one's horrible too. But um, that's pretty much it.
What- The back, you think is the worst one,
The worst one in terms
and
of
or the worst one per terms of pain is probably the meniscus.
fuck, bro. They're both up there. They're both up there.
It, it's just the back is more recent. That's probably why you
I feel like I
a
feel like the
meniscus slip sounds painful,
that one's
bro.
pain, dude. Worst pain I've ever
Oh
had.
my god.
But the back's horrible too, bro.
Yeah.
The back's
Because
horrible too.
any hinging, bro, it hurts so bad, dude.
Like
I
laying
hurt my
down
back.
hurts. Think about that. Laying down hurts. Sitting
Yeah,
down hurts. Everywhere.
and you get like one comfortable position for like 2 minutes, and then it gets uncomfortable. You have to like find another one. Yeah, bro.
You fucked up your back before?
Like 3 4 months ago, actually, snatching, but it was just for a day or two. Like I almost called into work, and if anybody knows me, I do not call into work. Like I'd be crazy sick, and I don't call into work. And I went to work, bro, and I barely finished my route. And then I told my manager, I was like, hey, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come tomorrow. Like honestly, I can barely walk, dragging ass. And he's like, all right, just let me know. Call me later on the night. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna tough it out. I woke up the next day, bro, 100%
Brand
fine.
new. Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
That's because you didn't ice it. That's another thing I want to talk about. So
That's what you wanted to talk about.
you had told me I called you when it happened, right? And I was like, dude, I can't walk. It's swelled up fucking bad, whatever, right? And you said do not ice it people think you're supposed to ice it, but you're actually not. And I took your word for it, and it fucking healed up. Like my usage for my ankle was probably like around 35-40%, like just horrible, right? I woke up today, didn't ice it, I didn't even elevate it, which is another thing you told me not to do.
Yep.
Elevate, which people think you're supposed to elevate and ice. I guess you said you're not supposed to, right? So I believed
Mm.
you on that, and I woke up feeling probably like around 80% functioning with my ankle. Feels amazing right now.
Love to hear it.
Yeah. So for all you out there, try it out, man. If you get a fucked up ankle or you twist it or something, just let it be. Let it naturally heal. And I think it worked for me, you know? So it might work for you.
Yeah, so you're just prolonging the pain, but you're not allowing your ankle to heal. And think about elevating it. Elevating and icing it is so that the blood doesn't you're not allowing the blood to flow to that ankle to help heal it. You know what I mean? So there's a whole there's a scientific shit behind it. Y'all can go check it out if y'all want, but that's what I have heard and that's what I've done in the past. So I told them, bro, people tell you ice and elevate, do not ice and elevate. Just let it heal on its own and look at him now.
Yeah, I was telling you how interested I am in little things like that, like misconceptions that people have. Like I told this chick, right, that I'm talking to. I told her, I was like, oh, I hurt my ankle pretty bad, and she was like, make sure you ice it and elevate it. Like, don't forget, that's super important. And then I told her, I was like, yeah, actually, I'm gonna do the opposite of that. Like, I'm just
I'm
gonna.
gonna run a mile.
I signed up for a marathon tomorrow morning, and she was kind of like, why are you doing that? And I was like, well, my buddy told me, and I told you I trust your word, right? Because
Yeah.
your sources are usually pretty vetted, I guess is the word. Anyways, so fucking, she was like, you're crazy. Let's see how that works out for you, right? Fucking great, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
But I love learning little things like that are myths that people just think is like true. And that just goes to show, bro, that even in today's age, we still don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Like, we think we
Yeah,
have everything figured out, but we don't know. Like,
yeah.
who would have thought that icing your ankle was actually not what you're supposed to do? Like, most people think that's exactly what you're supposed to do. It's crazy that's the other way
And
around.
think about that, like the fact that you don't have to even do anything.
Yeah, just let it naturally heal, because um it makes sense, right? Because if you ice it, you're making the swelling go down, but actually the swelling helps heal it. So you want it to swell, right?
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
makes sense to me, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
And then another one was the running one, right? The mouth breathing.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So studies actually show they put athletes, and I think it was like 20 athletes to run because the whole myth is you're supposed to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and you control your breathing. You're still supposed to control your breathing, but they did show, especially on higher intensity workouts, breathing through your mouth it's optimal because you're allowing enough oxygen to come in. And if you really think about it, your blood, your heart needs oxygen. And if you're depleting it of oxygen, you're only breathing it up through your nose. But think about this: you're releasing more CO than you're taking in oxygen. How does that even make any sense? Your body needs oxygen when it's under, load. So,
I get what you're saying. So you're taking small amounts through your nose because it's so limited, but you're breathing out lots of
at one time,
yeah. Yeah.
exactly. So as long you still have to control your breathing, but you can breathe through your mouth in and out, just as long as you control it. And studies have shown that it's actually optimal for performance. So
Yeah, well, I
yeah,
I fucking
you had a runnings test.
yeah, I had a running test where I was supposed to do a mile and a half in under 13 minutes, which I think is I don't think the average person could do that,
No,
especially nowadays.
yeah,
But it's very doable at the same time.
yeah, I
I ended up doing it in 11, was it 11:53? Yeah,
think so.
11:53. So under 12 minutes. I was only supposed to do it in 13. But the whole time I was mouth breathing, and it fucking helps, bro, because
Well,
Huh?
remember when you first ran it, you told me, "Damn, I'm
Yeah.
getting this bubble. I'm getting this bubble on my stomach, whatever."
Yeah.
And that's when I had told you, like, "Hey,
Yeah.
bro, are you breathing through your nose? Or breathing through your mouth?" And you told me through my nose. And then that's when I told you the whole study, and you were like, "Oh, that makes sense. I'm gonna try next time." And it made a lot of difference, didn't it?
Oh yeah, bro. Like, and in terms of like when I run, bro, I think of my body as like a car when it's like about to break down, but you're just like letting it breathe. That's how my body feels when I run, bro. Like my body's just telling me to stop and it's like breaking down, but my breathing is like keeping it alive, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
allowing me to finish, and like just on the brink of death, my breathing helps, right? So I had trouble finishing the run because I would run out of breath, like trying to do it through my nose, just because it wasn't enough air. You know what I mean, for the intensity
Yeah.
that I was putting out. And switching the mouth really helped a lot, bro.
Hey,
You look
yo.
retarded as fuck, but but it helps, bro. It helps.
No, 100%. And I don't recommend mouth breathing for like your daily life. That's when you should breathe through your nose. That's very important. But whenever you're in a performance setting, like you're gonna run, you're gonna do like a workout, mouth breathing, that's when it should take place. But I think I've talked about mouth breathing on the podcast before, right? Sleeping.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's very important that throughout your day and while you sleep, you're breathing through your nose. But during performances, when you really need it, you can breathe through your mouth.
Okay, so real quick before we end this, what is your worst injury?
Oh,
You didn't tell
bro.
me, huh?
No, this one's tough because I dislocated my patella,
That has to be the
which
worst one. That's your kneecap, isn't it?
it's my kneecap. Yeah, my
Okay.
kneecap popped out of place playing football. I also cut my finger. Which one is it? Down to the bone with a saw.
How'd you do that?
And my brother and I were using a saw that we thought was a two-person saw. It wasn't. It was too flimsy to be a two-person saw, but it was super long. That's what we thought it was. So as we were cutting it, it wasn't sturdy enough for a two-person saw. It was just one-person saw. So it came out of the whatever the cut that we
The
were doing.
the nook and cranny? Yeah.
Yeah, and so I had my hand holding the branch, and it came out of it and literally just down to my bone. You could literally see my bone when they were like trying to wash off the blood all the way down to the bone, bro.
Really?
Yeah, ambulance came, um, took me to the hospital. They
How
stitched it up.
how was that pain on a scale of one
Did
to
not
ten?
did not feel a thing.
I was gonna say like a lot of adrenaline and then just like not the shock, right? Just not knowing. I feel like cuts are like that, bro. Like for me, I've gotten cut like pretty deep, and I just don't feel it. It burns, but that's it, right?
Yeah,
And then later, you're like, "Fuck, this shit hurts, Loki."
yeah,
It's
yeah,
always later when you feel it.
yeah. I didn't feel a thing, but because of the adrenaline, there was blood everywhere. I mean, it was crazy.
What about your kneecap?
My kneecap, exact same thing. Didn't feel a thing when it popped out. Didn't feel it when it popped back in. I felt it the next day, and I mean, like excruciating pain for the next week. Like it was hard to sleep. It was just horrible. I had a bruise. Can y'all see my leg?
Yeah.
I had a bruise from here. I don't know how it went there all the way to here. I can't.
Fuck.
All the way to here. So it was like that, and yeah, I was on crutches for like about 6 months. That really hurt like the first couple of weeks. And then but yeah, that's probably my worst one. Like if we're talking pain wise,
Yeah, it has to be that one.
yeah, it's my kneecap. But you know the crazy thing is that I often forget that I dislocated that knee. And the only way I remember is when people tell me I can't squat heavy because I have bad knees, or I can't squat heavy because I messed up my knee. Like, bro, I dislocated my kneecap. Like, really? Like, it's all about, do you really want to put in the work on your knees, work on your mobility in order to do functional stuff like squatting and stuff like that? You have to put in the work. You know what I mean? It's possible, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's when I remember about it. And I also got kicked by a horse on the head. So that's another one.
my
But all crazy thing is, all three of them I did not feel immediately.
God. Yeah.
It's
So.
crazy. Like once pain gets to a certain level, you just don't feel anything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, I was gonna ask for your kneecap. Did they have to do anything, or they just were like, you just gotta wait and let it heal? Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I didn't tear any ligaments or anything like that. So what happened was it popped out, and when I fell down, it popped back in by itself. Thank God, because if
Oh
they were
my
gonna have to,
god.
yeah, if they were gonna have to pop it back in, it would have hurt, obviously.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Yeah.
I hate.
Yeah.
I hate like shit. Shit like that makes me cringe, bro. Like I've been watching.
It's thinking about it.
I have a coworker that sends me videos of people leg pressing and they lock out their knees
Oh
and
my
it just
God.
fucking completely breaks their knees backwards. Holy shit. Those videos make me cringe so bad. That's like my
Facts, bro.
worst fear. Like having something just go the wrong way.
Oh my God.
Like your fucking wrist like going back, or you know what I mean? Like
Forearm bone breaking.
yeah,
Oh
just
man.
shit that's not supposed to happen just by brute force fucking makes me cringe so hard.
Yeah, dude.
Like, oh
But
my god. Oh my, I remember this video of this girl on a skateboard and she like fell off. She landed on her ankle and like sat on it and it just fucking she completely sat on it while it was backwards. Fuck. I hate shit like that, bro. Holy
oh
shit.
my
That's why
God.
that's why like when I get injured, I don't complain anymore. I'm just like, at least it wasn't that bad. You know, it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be good.
That's a good mindset to have, and I definitely have that mindset too. Like I don't let an injury stop me. I think that it's like, what's the next step? Do I cry and bitch about it, or do I work on recovery? I think that's the important thing to think about.
Yeah, I think the lesson for today is if you're a man, stop bitching.
Facts,
Right?
bro. I mean, I feel like nowadays what you're hearing on podcasts is the very opposite of that. You should open up, be emotional, blah blah blah, be in tone with your emotions. It's like, guys, man, like that's what makes us different from women in the first place. Is like we have to have fortitude. We have to stand against adversity. We have to hold it down when shit hits the fan. Like we're supposed to be the ones when somebody breaks in. We're supposed to be the ones handling that shit. You know what I mean? We're gonna break down and get emotional for little things. You don't think we're gonna break down and get emotional for that? It's like we have to build that callus, so to speak, of handling hard shit, bro.
Oh,
That's what
100%.
it is.
Even the problem is that like a lot of girls tell you that that's what they want. It's like someone that's like very in touch with their emotions and whatever emotion. It's all a lie, because like in that exact scenario when the guy breaks in, she's gonna look at you like, holy shit, get your ass up, with the bat, right?
Yeah,
So if
yeah,
you're just as emotional and scared as her because you feel comfortable being like that, you'd be like, hey, I'm not paper rock scissors, yeah, for who goes
yeah. And
downstairs.
there's ways to show like emotion and affection. Like for me is like with my kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I can go out there and be a quote unquote beast and like handle all the shit that I need to handle at work, all the adversities, but when I come home, I'm able to love my kid, and that should be enough for your girlfriend or for your wife to show like, okay, like, there is a loving side to him, a caring side to him. And you don't need to be all like, oh my God, this happened at work today, blah blah blah. It's like, no, like fuck, what the fuck, bro? Like everybody, here's the thing, bro. Everybody goes through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody goes through it. Nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. I'm sorry.
And
Like
most, yeah, because everyone goes through it. So when you say shit like that, they're thinking this guy's a bitch,
80% of the people don't care. 20% are happy that it's you.
Yeah, that's a good quote. And on that, we're gonna end it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of the Outlier podcast. As always, comment a hot seat question for next week. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Later,
peace,
guys.
peace, guys. Bye.